guys, John Crowley from UTV Guide out here at Sand Hollow State Park in Utah, and we've got the Yamaha RMAX4 here, and we're testing it, doing a little rock crawling. All right, here's a good look at the new RMAX4. It is long. You can fit 4 full-size adults in here, which is great. We took it on Double Sammy here at Sand Hollow, which is not an extreme rock crawling trail, but I think it's rated a 7. So it's not super extreme at all, but it gives us a good flavor of what a vehicle can do, especially one that's completely stock. So with the vehicle being this long, it's pretty easy to get hung up on things. This has decent ground clearance, but with how long the distance is between the tires, when you're going up and over a rock, it's pretty easy to get hung up, and we did that a few times today. No surprise. Easiest way to gain ground clearance on these types of vehicles is swapping to a larger tire. This comes with a 30-inch Maxxis Carnivore, and the only issue is I'd love to put a 32 on here, but the guys at Yamaha told me that I will have some interference with a 32. So I might stick one on here just to see what's what and where it will actually hit. But Yamaha does some serious testing, and they would know if it was going to hit or not. It might be at an extreme droop or stuff when it's up in there and hitting and turning the wheel, but I'm not sure. So that's a little bit of a bummer with this machine, is I can't fit a bigger tire on here. The clutch on this works really well. It does seem like it's not geared as low as I would have expected, but then again, the centrifugal clutch on here works really well. Absolutely no belt slip over whatever we did today. So it doesn't seem to be a problem, but it does seem like the gearing is a little bit taller than I would have expected. So this vehicle came straight from the press event up in the San Rafael Swell, and I haven't even touched the air pressure. I'm sure I have way too much. It was probably set up 18, 20 or more PSI, a little bit much for rock crawling, and it was slipping a little bit as expected. So on the new RMAX4, as well as the 2025 RMAX and RMAX4 Compact, Yamaha has changed their front differential and rear differential. So you actually have turf mode now. That is only available in 2-wheel drive. So turf mode is the rear differential. It's completely unlocked. You got 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive with an open front differential, and then the front diff lock is here. And for 2025, in addition to the turf mode, the front diff locking mechanism is much quicker and more effective in how it locks it and unlocks it. One other thing that's pretty nice on this is it does have a rear view camera, which is nice in the rocks. If you're going to reverse, you can see what's behind you. Camera works very well, and it's got a guide on where you're aiming and everything, and that's a nice feature on this vehicle, especially for rock crawling. This does have rock sliders on it. It's a Yamaha accessory, but it doesn't come factory with these. And you see I clocked this one on a rock already. I'm not a big fan of this type of a rocker type setup. You know, some people call these like tree kickers. It does protect the rocker panel, which is nice, but when it sticks out like this, it's easier to get hung up in the rocks. The good news is this does protect your plastic. So this did its job. I didn't hurt any of the plastic. these are built to be damaged as far as I'm concerned. So again, this completely stock vehicle. I haven't touched it or modified it at all, other than the accessories I just mentioned, which don't affect any of the rock crawling other than the rock sliders there. I did leave the sway bars on this front and rear, and you definitely can tell they are there. It seems like it was trying overly hard to keep the whole vehicle level. I'm a big fan of removing at least the front sway bar if I'm going to use a vehicle in the rocks much. This is more of a trail machine, so what we did today is probably more than 95% of the people are going to really be doing with this vehicle, but we wanted to show that it can rock crawl. It's got a few limitations as far as the wheelbase and tire size, but the clutch is fantastic, and it'll definitely crawl. One other thing on this, which is nice for rock crawling, is it does have a worn winch on it from the factory. And another thing on this vehicle that's really nice, this is a limited model. It has Fox IQS as well. So you've got comfort, medium, and firm right here on the dash. And these shocks on this vehicle are really good. One of the best, if not the best, factory shock tunes I have ever driven. It's that impressive. Really nice and plush, but able to handle some pretty good G-outs without bottoming out, even when you've got some people in the car. So great shock package from Fox and Yamaha on this vehicle. And this is definitely a little adventure rig, good for hauling 4 people around. I'd like to take it with these back seats out, put this as storage back here, and then you've got storage in the back, and this thing would be pretty set up for adventure rides, longer distance kind of stuff out here in Utah. If you want to go explore, I can go to the Grand Canyon, which is 100 miles away. That kind of stuff where you need to haul extra gear, maybe go out and camp. I could really see this being a cool adventure rig.